G'day mates, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to be going over all the best squads, who's playing with who, and who do I think are going to perform the best in the Reverse2k Cup today. We've got some absolute stackers. We've got NA East teams, but also because the tournament isn't region locked, we have a whole bunch of EU teams, some of which I am so ridiculously excited for, like Mongrels. It is just going to be one of the most fun tournaments we've watched in a hot minute. Also, I want to talk about everything that went on with Clix today and why he lost his creator code because of a tweet, and what this means for pros. If Epic Games is going to start actioning pros and taking away their creator codes for very clear jokes, this is very scary for a lot of pros and content creators. Before we jump into today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor WD Black and their new line of SSDs. The WD Black SN850 NVMe SSD is built for Gen 4 setups, making it future ready with speeds of up to 7,000 megabits per second, while the AN1500 SSD add-in card NVMe is a plug and play solution for those after next gen performance with a current Gen 3 setup. The best part is you guys know I love my RGB, and both of these offer fully customizable RGB, so even your SSD can glow. If you're looking for an SSD that features fast loading times, great looks, and reduced lag, I'd highly recommend checking these out. In case you guys somehow missed it, Clix's creator code got taken away. If you try to use code NOTCLIX in the Fortnite item shop, it does not work. So let's get to the bottom of exactly why this is, because this is costing Clix, if this is permanent, hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm positive that. I know back in the day, people like Ninja, Tfue talked about how their code made them potentially millions. I don't think they make that much anymore, but Clix's code would be worth at least hundreds of thousands of dollars. And he got it taken away because of a joke. So let's just jump into it. Clix tweeted out, lost my code, not really sure why. Haven't done viewer wages since I got my first warning. I'm going to talk about that in a second because way too many people think viewer wages is what's banned, not just wages altogether, where wages are definitely banned. So he then went on to tweet, this was the reason it was disabled. I thought everyone would take it as a joke, but I understand it. I'm representing a company. I shouldn't have tweeted it. Hope to get it re-enabled. And then he showed a photo of the tweet that he made. This is the tweet he made, and if you're a little bit squeamish, maybe skip 10 seconds ahead. It's not great. I wish I could unread it, but I'm gonna have to show you. He tweeted out, I'm so down bad, I told a girl to come over. When she came, I slipped laxatives into her drink. When she went to the bathroom, I made sure to clog the toilet pipes so her would stay. I eat out that toilet every day. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but yeah, not a great tweet. Let's be honest. I, again, wish I could unread it. I wish I didn't have to share it with you, but for context, we need to talk about it. So that is why Clix has now had his creator code revoked, and that is massive. Very clearly, that is a joke. As disgusting and terrible as it is, it's a joke. And Clix is now losing hundreds of thousands of dollars over it. And I find this confusing that Epic took this as their thing to take a stance on. Clix has said some pretty terrible stuff about Epic. He's made personal insults towards Donald Mustard. I'm not saying anything that hasn't been said before. I'm not trying to expose Clix. I know what it's like when you're frustrated. And again, I know they're kids. They're just making jokes at the end of the day. I don't think Clix should have had his creator code taken away from this. Maybe a warning, but I guess warnings don't usually go that far with Fortnite pros. They kind of just brush them off until there's actual consequences. But I think most of us can accept that this is a very weird thing to lose your creator code over compared to some of the other things that I think a lot of pros probably should lose their codes over. And this isn't the first time Epic has taken action on someone when it comes to breaking terms of service. I think a lot of people have forgotten about what happened to Zabi. If you guys remember the OCE pro Ghost Zabi, he was obviously signed to Ghost, had a very successful YouTube channel with over 500,000 subs. He was promoting account selling and account sharing websites, which is against Epic's terms of service. And because he was doing that while also promoting his creator code, and he had a creator code, that gave Epic the right to put out 3 channel strikes on his YouTube account, which got it permanently deleted within a week, losing him all his 500,000 plus subscribers. So Epic has the power to do this, and they're now starting to look to actually use it, which is very scary. Think about how many pros you've seen that just make incredibly stupid jokes, or like this. This was a copy pasta. There was so many different pros and content creators who were just copy and pasting this and tweeting it as a joke. Like, if this starts, there are so many pros and content creators who are going to lose their codes, or potentially if Epic goes down the route of like what they did with Zavi, they could have their channels actioned and deleted. Like, this is a big deal. I think pros really need to start shaping up their act of how they behave on social media, because the jokes aren't worth losing hundreds of thousands of dollars over. Just quickly before I move on from this, I want to address one thing Clix said there, where he said I haven't done viewer wages, and that was his reason why he was confused about getting his code taken away. I need to make this a message, and please spread this to pros, because I don't want to see them banned. It's not just viewer wages that are banned, it's wages of any form. If you go to Epic's terms of service, I'll link in the description down below. If you go to the bottom where it says wagering, it says, as a reminder, our competitive rules along with the Epic Games community rules prohibit any promotion of or engagement in betting, wagering, or gambling associated with Epic Games products. Betting, wagering, or gambling on any Fortnite match or game may result in one or more of the disciplinary actions discussed above, including but not limited to official warnings or an account ban. So it's not just wagering your viewers, it's wagering anyone. If you're betting money on the outcome of a match, even if it's your own match, that is wagering, and that is bannable. I know what you're gonna say next. What about Zone Wars tournaments? That is a third-party company or person putting up a prize money that then the participants are playing for to win. You didn't give your own money, you didn't bet your own money on the result. The prize is already there and you're playing for it against other players. That is the distinction. Yes, we could probably see like maybe something happen in the future where you can like have a third party allow wagering, but I don't think Epic wants wagering of any form. That's why rematch.gg got hit so hard as well. So I just want to share that message with you guys who are doing it on stream or different pros. It's not just wagering your viewers, it's wagering anyone, even if it's your best friend. You can't do it on stream or you will potentially be banned. I know it's annoying, but it's not worth it. All right, let's move on to some more fun topics. Let's start talking about who's playing with who and who's dropping where for the Reverse2k Squads Cup. I'm going to start off with the NA East teams and then move on to the EU. Now, I'm not including every team. I've just picked the ones that I'm the most excited for, the ones that have actually announced officially on social media. Round 1 and round 2 is today or tomorrow, whenever you're watching this video. But after that, once it gets set down to the finals, I might do a video tomorrow actually doing a drop spot map and breaking down the top teams and talking about them more in depth. But I wanted to give you an overview of the teams that I'm most excited for. So let's start off with NA East because it is an NA East tournament, and then move on to EU. But I mean, some of these EU teams like Mongrels, I mean, ooh, I'm so excited. But all right, NA East. So the first one that's interesting, Clix is not playing with Booger and Bizzle. Talked about this on stream today. A few people got really, some people got annoyed about it. Some people got confused by it. Clix's logic was, why would I play with Booger and Bizzle when we can't find a really solid fourth when he's been offered to play with Day, Miro, and Reverse? And because it's Reverse2k's own tournament, he can now automatically qualify straight through to the finals and play with them at most likely uncontested Dirty Docks. And that's pretty damn good logic. They have a very good chance to actually win the whole thing. They are a favorite of mine going into it. So that's the first team. We have Clix, Day, Miro, and Reverse, and they are going Dirty Docks. Now, we have Acorn, Jax, Slacks, and Illis. So that's obviously our FNCS trios from last season with Illis tagged on. I mean, Illis plays with Slacks in duos, so it makes sense. And they're going Slurpee Swamps. That also looks like a ridiculously scary team. Now, we have a new fun one, the content creators. Unfortunately, Cypher PK is not able to play in the squads tournament, so we have Nick Merckx, Nate Hill, and Funk Bomb. It makes sense. Funk always duos with Nate. Nick, Nate have been playing in trios, and they filled in with Knifer. And I like that. I think Knifer's going to be a good fit for them. I hope they're going to be good enough to make round 4. I think they'll definitely make round 2, but round 3. They'll definitely make round 2, but that round 3 getting top 24 teams is going to be pretty rough, so we'll have to see. Now, Gabe, Tahi, and Sprite. They are still going to be going Sweaty Sands. We're not going to see Clix's team go up against them because I've already described that. And they're filling in with Zunis. I think that is one of the most underrated squads coming into this tournament, potentially. If not, Rise, Threats, Jampa, and Avery over at Holy Hedges. Because I've been hard gassing up Rise, Threats, and Jampa. I think they're such a fantastic trio coming into this. They've been so dominant across so many different tournaments. You tag Avery on there, who has really good experience playing with Jampa. They're going Holly, which isn't the strongest drop, but overall, I think it's going to work really, really well for them. As far as teams like Stretch, like who's Stretch playing with, who's Saf playing with, who's Booger playing with, who's Bizzle playing with, there's a lot of big question marks out there that I'm just not entirely across just yet. So I'll try to maybe answer those in the next video if they make finals, but for now, there's a lot of question marks. Sorry, gotta tag this in here. Since filming the video, I've come back. I have an answer for where Stretch is playing with, and it's one that I saw coming. He's playing with Centered, Edgy, and Commandment. Now, they haven't said where they're dropping. I actually don't really know where they might be going. Stretch obviously had Lazy Lakes on lockdown. They might go that. Misty Meadows would be really good for squads as well, and that's obviously what Centered, Edgy, and Commandment are used to playing as a trio. Caddy Corners, they have locked down in duos, but I don't think Caddy Corners is going to be great for squads loot unless they can maybe get Weather Station in the area around it. Unfortunately, on this tweet, they didn't actually say where they're dropping, but Centered, Edgy, Commandment, Stretch, I mean, ooh, that's looking like a fantastic one too. Moving on to EU, and now this is a scary one for Gabe Tahi, Sprite Zunies. We have Mongrel, Noah Riley, Rezon, and Vidil dropping Sweaty Sands. Now, oh man, I'm so excited to see this team. And if Mongrel streams it, oh, the content is going to be ridiculous. I'm just so excited to see this team play. They are going to be ridiculously W King. They're going to be playing super aggressive, and I can't think of a better team, NA East or EU, that can just match the sheer fighting power of that team on spawn or mid and end game. Remember, they have actually played together in a squads tournament before. They came 5th in the Middle East Squad Cup, and that was on high ping. So seeing what they do on NA shouldn't be too much different. If anything, I expect them to perform even better. We have Endelix, Snazy, and Sweezy, who've been obviously dropping Caddy Corner with insane success. They've picked up Leo. That is a very, very scary team, and if they are going Caddy Corners, I have to imagine Center's team's not going to want anything to do with that, even if they were considering it. And we have 2 big EU teams already said to be contesting each other at Craggy, which means they might be going up against Bucky, Macwood, and Kanada's team. I don't know who their 4th is. I'm looking towards maybe Creo would make sense, but I don't know. But there's already 2 big EU teams at Craggy Cliffs. We have Hen, Chapix, and Thomas HD, as well as Janice. So we've got Thomas HD being added on top of the FNCS winning team. So I don't know exactly what's going on with Anas and Flick then, who they're going to be playing with, but Hen, Janice, Chapix, and Thomas HD. That looks ridiculous. And I think the only thing that could maybe hold them back for that is if they run into the other EU team of Nikoff, Blaster, Falcony, and Alpha at Craggy Cliffs as well. I mean, that is just looking absolutely terrifying to me. I don't know if one of them will change. Again, a lot of the times they announce these on social media, and then I don't know if they're going to change it once they see another big team is going there. I'd probably recommend they do, but it's squads. At the end of the day, there's only so many drops on the map. Some of them are going to have to go toe to toe. We also have Deceptos, Floki, Clement, and Robabs going Pleasant Park. I haven't seen any other big teams announce Pleasant Park, which is quite surprising. So I don't think they're going to get that uncontested, but I think at least 3 of those EU teams, maybe more, will potentially qualify for finals on NA East. I mean, I could see all of them, 4 or 5, make it through. Even other EU teams I haven't talked about. The ping discrepancy and the disadvantage of being on higher ping goes down the bigger the game mode and the more stacked the lobbies. So I can seriously see the EU teams being fine, and hell, I wouldn't be surprised if one of them wins it in round 3. I genuinely wouldn't, with just the sheer caliber of some of these squads that have announced. Alright guys, that does it for another video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please chuck a like on it. Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on the whole Clix situation, or which squads do you think out of the ones I've announced are the best. I couldn't talk about all of them. I'm sure there's some of your favorite teams that have announced. I wanted to keep it kind of short for the teams that I'm the most excited for. I will probably do another video tomorrow about all the teams that make finals. We'll just have to see. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.